And we are live here once again for the Dirty Dozen Crown Jewel series here on Tuesday nights on Shaggy TV. I'm Zach Chapman, and I'm going to be giving you the call for tonight. And tonight the boys are ready to play in the clay at Lucas Oil Speedway. This is a tight track, and man, guys are going to be really having to throw their elbows out coming out of the corners here. The walls really sneak up on you. It looks a lot wider than it is, and man, this is going to be a tough one. And you know, looking ahead, you see next week there at the top, third row, coming back to Pennsylvania, my neck of the woods, we're going to be at Port Royal, and that is known as the Speed Palace. It's probably, man, that between that and Eldora, it's going to be close. The high speeds. We'll have to get the odometer out for that race and take a look at speeds to see which track is faster. But man, tonight, like I say, more of a small, get the elbows out to pass people kind of track. But man, it's going to be exciting. As you've heard him driving around, but right now, Michael Lonis, looking at him, where is he on the speed charts? Right now, P2. David Haig, let's see where he's at. He's P3. So, I mean, these guys, pretty close. You're looking at the lap times, 13.814 for the leader, 13.833, 13.856, the top three. Almost identical. You're barely going to be able to tell those apart with the naked eye. So, looking forward to a great race here tonight, that's for sure. See, we got the Butcher here, the man from Clinton, Tennessee. Just realized, too, we may see some paint change here. Because I realized I forgot to click on trading paint. So if you see any cars freak out, turn white for a second, it's because their newer paint scheme is updating. Right now I've got ones that iRacing's had me watch them in before it auto loads them up for you. But take a look, DJ Miller. I always love this ride. I talk about it every week. I love that green. The man from Worcester, Ohio. Justin Reagan right behind him in that 33 machine. Looking to improve here this week. Last week, remember, at Lernerville, only I believe we had maybe 5 guys finish that, but I think 4. It became a war of attrition. That 100 laps, guys kept going over the top, and you know, and when you go a lap down, it's your race is all but over. So you see guys kind of give up and tend to quit and just say, hey, go get them next week. But seeing what's that, Dalton Butcher, he jumped up the speed charts a little bit. He was P6, I think. He moved up to P4, so he's finding a little speed here the longer we go. And you say that he's going to need a new machine. DJ Miller, let's see if we can't. Yeah, let's ride on board with him for a lap here. We're going to do a lap and a half, because right now coming out of 4, going into turn 1. See, pretty good there, you know. That's almost an ideal corner. Maybe a little too much yaw on entry. But that one, man, it's pretty good. DJ looks like he's got a good handling car. Not sure how it's going to look on the lap time. Last time by was a 14:26. So not as quick as his fastest. Seems to be steady, and you know, maybe if he can survive a couple big ones, he can move on through the field here tonight. Take a look here, the Grim Reaper, David Reap, in the 39 machine. Man, that thing's another one. That looks good. You know, you maybe wouldn't think orange, blue, and green like that, but you know, I'm the kind of guy that likes that, and I dig that. Good looking paint job there, David. As you see up top, we got 32 seconds left. Sorry if you heard me just punch my microphone there, but Now we're down to 20 seconds about here till we roll into qualifying, and try to get you as many drivers shown during qualifying as we can, but you know, we don't really like to cut out on laps, so we're gonna try to feature different people here every week, not always jump to the same guys here, but you know, it's kind of hard when you get excited, you see somebody run a quick time, you want to click to them, and if it's the same guy every week, can't hate on me for that. But Wild Billy Dawson, he's top of the charts here in practice as we get ready to roll into qualifying. Let's see who the first victim's gonna be. It looks like David Haig's pulled out here. Let's get a lap with David here. All right, so coming down the backstretch here, through turns 3 and 4, and now we're gonna be live here. You know the deal. Purple's fastest out of anybody through that sector. Green's fastest for them personally. And yellow, you don't want yellow. That's slow. We don't even want to talk about that. But right now, Michael Lonis purple. That's probably going to put him P1 as the times roll by. He is with a 14.14. But actually, David Haig, he took it over here. Let's go with the Reaper here, man. David Reap, the 39 machine. This is going to be his first lap. Gonna get a little bit sideways there, going into 1 and 2. He's gonna almost lose this lap. He's still going to run the bottom, still try to be competitive, whereas, you know, maybe you want to run the top in 3 and 4 and go at it real hard on your second lap, but here he is. See how he does here, but new man up top, Dustin Reagan and Brock Mosky, as well as Michael Lonis. He got faster. Let's take a look at Robbie Milburn here. Let's see if he can find any time. Robbie Milburn still on lap number 1 here. This is going to be, let's see what he's got. Only going to be P9, Chad Marshall in the 44. He is on his second lap here right now, currently sitting P8. He's looking for a big improvement here. Does he get an improvement? Yes, he does, but he's only going to jump up 1 spot here. Let's take a look. William Hess, he's on lap number 1 in the 9 machine. Right now, William Hess. Obviously, you're going to see him getting green. This is first lap, so they're going to be personal bests. Let's see where it puts him on the chart. P10. He's not going to be happy with that. He wants more improvement. Let's watch lap number 2 here, and then we're going to hop over to Zach Dickey for his second lap. Does he get improvement? Yes, he does. Going to jump up to P8. Let's hop on board here. Zach Dickey, he's finishing up lap number 2 here. Remember, they do get 3 laps here, so he is the last guy qualifying. We're going to ride on board for his last lap here. Zach Dickey right now sitting P11. He needs a big improvement here. And he's only going to jump up 1 spot. He's going to qualify P10, so that's going to do it for qualifying here. On the pole is going to be the 33 of Dustin Reagan. Or qualifying on the pole, I should say. You know, they run heats, but qualifying on the pole, Dustin Reagan. Qualifying P2, Brock Mosky. Rounding out the top 3, Michael Lonis. And the rest of the top 10 is going to go as follows. Billy Dawson, P4. David Haig, 5th. Dalton Butcher, 6th. Chad Marshall, 7th. William Hess, 8th. 9th, DJ Miller. 10th, Zach Dickey. And 11th through 13th, Robbie Milburn, Spencer Green, and the Reaper, David Reap. Zach Dickey here, he's qualifying's done, but he's going to be nice. He actually is the only guy still on track, so he must have a sponsored deal. He wants airtime, and you know what? You stay out on the track and run extra laps, you're going to get it, and then as soon as I say that, you're going to slow down, and you're going to give us no one to watch again, Mr. Dickey. That's what the drivers like to do to us broadcasters. Make us look like we know what we're talking about, and then all of a sudden, that's it. And he's going to disappear off into the abyss. They loaded it on the mythical trailer, and now we wait for heat number 1. Well, while we wait for heat number 1, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know who you're rooting for tonight. And also, you know, got a new if you like watching racing, you know, I broadcast every Sunday nights. I do pro late models for another league, and I'm gonna be starting up another one here this Thursday. I do Monday nights as well, sprint cars. So follow the channel. Plenty of racing to watch here, but enough of me talking. It looks like the boys are ready to grid here for heat number 1. So let's show you what that's gonna look like here. Starting on the pole is going to be the 33 of Dustin Reagan, and it is outside the 7 of Billy Dawson. Chad Marshall, the number 44, is going to roll off on the inside of row number 2, and is outside the 42 of Zach Dickey. Rounding out heat number 1 tonight is going to be the Reaper, David Reap. Man, we got that deal going on. Hopefully we get a grid rolling up top, or I'm going to have to refresh this thing here real quick. It's so wild having to do this. I promise, if you go watch any of the 3 hours of my Monday night footage, it never happens. This is so wild not getting a grid up top, but we will figure that out, that's for sure here. Right now, green is out here for heat race number 1. Is Dustin Reagan in the 33 with a great jump over Wild Billy Dawson, but Billy Dawson gonna look to counter back here going down the backstretch. Gonna throw a big slider here going into 3, but he isn't gonna be able to make it stick. He's gonna float high, and all of a sudden, the fireman, Chad Marshall here. Whoa, the fire marshal, man. Put a big slider on, and he's going to make it stick here, but look at Wild Bill. He's going to sling it back in there. Can he make it stick? No, we're going to have a counter back side by side at the line. Too close to call. Billy Dawson looking to counter back on the inside. Here he comes. Back and forth, back and forth. We got 5 more laps of this, boys. Hang on. Oh, looked like we were going to have a little contact, but Billy able to counter back under here. They're going back and forth. Chad Marshall's going to look to try to get a big run here. Not going to be able to counter back here as we're 4 to go. Meanwhile, up front, Dustin Reagan, he is checked out in that 33 machine. He is gone. The Reaper, David Reap, he's kind of hanging out there in 4th. This is the battle on track right now. Can the 44 of Chad Marshall get back in touch with the 7 of Bill Dawson? He's not letting him get away. He's hanging out. He's flirting with him, but every time going into 1, he just clears him. Can't keep up with him going into 1. Now coming to the white flag here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Dustin Reagan, your leader, he is checked out. He's gone. Bill Dawson, it looks like he's going to be able to hold on to P2. Let's see. Your leader, Dustin Reagan, he's got it. At the line, Bill Dawson's got P2. And coming home P3, Chad Marshall. David Reap's going to bring it home P4. Yeah, so let's see here. I'm not too sure why it's not like in heat race number 1 there. We saw, I did a reset there. Should have been working here, but we're going to try it one more time. Here. Right now, I'm going to manually read you off this one. Brock Moskey's going to be starting on the pole here. David Haig is going to be starting on the outside of row number 1. Inside of row number 2 is going to be William Hess. And rounding out the field here in the 009 is going to be Robbie Milburn. David Haig in that '07. He's been running towards the front, but man, Brock Mosky, he is quick here. And I'm going to try to pop up this SDK here again. Get this working one more time. Hopefully we get a rolling grid. If not, we're going to have to go to that one on the side. This doesn't look like it wants to roll for us here. Right now, we're going to see if we can't hide that. Yeah, we're going to roll with this side tower just for now until we get that kinks out. But here we are, green flags out. Heat race number 2. Brock Mosky with a great jump in that 3 machine. And now looking for P2 on the inside in that 9, William Hess. We saw a hell of a battle for P2 in the last heat. Can we get another one? It doesn't look like William S. wants to mess around. He's quick. He's going for that lead. He's going to look to the inside of that 3 of Brock Mosky. Brock Mosky, though, with a big run coming out of 2 and going into 3 here. The 9's going to tighten up. He's going to lose the nose here. David Haig, he's going to look back to the inside. He wants P2. Can he get a good enough run coming out of turn 2? No, he can't. William Hess is easily going to clear him in that 9 machine. But now, Brock Mosky, after that mistake by David Haig, or William Hess, he was able to increase that gap here a little bit. If he doesn't make a mistake, he should have the win pretty much solidified here. But as soon as I say that, William Hess, he's finding another gear here. He's coming back 2/10 quicker than your leader last time by. William Hess looking for everything he can find here, coming out of 4, trying to run up a lane higher. What do lap times look like this time? Now Brock Mosky a 1/10.5 faster here. Brock Mosky says, anything you can do, I can do, man. 'Cause I'm not going to let you take this thing from me. I want to start on the outside of the front row here for the feature tonight. Robbie Milburn, he's starting to run down David Haig for P3 here, but you know, he's probably going to be smart. He knows he's going to have to race with him again here in the feature. You don't want to make an enemy now, but white flag is a flying here for Brock Mosky. Final times through turn 1 and 2, coming down the backstretch, looking for a smooth turns 3 and 4 here, and he's going to have it. He's going to start on the outside of your front row here for the feature, followed by William Hess, David Haig, and Robbie Milburn. That's going to be the outside lines here actually for the feature. That'll probably be how that works out. But go back to hiding this. We're gonna see if we can't see it now. I'm not understanding that. Doesn't really want to work there for the heats, the top, but it's gonna work fine here. Or wait, no, it didn't want to work for the first 2 heats, and now heat race number 3 here. So I was wrong. They have more than 2 heats. I was surprised by the 4 and 5. I thought they did bigger room, or thought it had a higher field than that, but so that threw me off here. Heat race number 3, but at least we got the top scroll back. That is what I'm happy about here. Michael Lonis, he's going to start on the pole in that number 5 machine, and then the Butcher, Dalton Butcher, in the 38. He's been quick, so Michael, he knows this is a big race between him and Dalton here. He wants to be able to put that gap between him, but DJ Miller, he's going to roll off on the inside of the final row. And Spencer Green, not familiar with Spencer. I believe this is his first night running in this little crown jewel event. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but name doesn't sound familiar here, but we're rooting for you up here, Preston. Keep that thing straight and clean here. Coming down the backstretch here for the final time before the green flag flies here for Michael Lonis in that number 5 machine. He's going to get a good jump, but the Butcher, he able to pounce. He's not going to let the second row guy on the bottom look under him like they have in previous. Spencer Green and DJ Miller, maybe a little contact as the field is pretty spread out there after that start. But man, the Butcher, He lost the nose of that thing. Whoa, DJ Miller maybe entered the corner a little too early. He's able to save it, but now he feels the heat from Spencer Green in that 14. Spencer Green going to look to the bottom, but he's going to lose the nose coming off the end. He's going to push, got to get out of the gas, and that's all she wrote for Spencer Green. He's going to have to try to run down DJ Miller, but man, up front, Michael Lonis, he has found some speed in this 5 machine. But actually, as soon as I say that, maybe put the little jinx on him here. He almost hits the inside donut here, and Dalton Butcher, this man's found some speed here. Last time by with a 14:26, quickest lap of the event here. But does he have enough time to get by Michael Lonis? It's like I always say, it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another thing to pass them. But if Michael makes one mistake, the Butcher is right there to cut him up. Gonna look for a big run coming out of 4. Can he look under? No, 2 to go. He's not gonna make the move just yet. Michael Lonis, though, gonna push up a little bit out of turn 2. Look to have a good speed down the backstretch, but now the Butcher just overdrives it going into 3, and that's gonna be all she wrote here. Final lap. Michael Lonis is going to have this thing in the bag here, rolling through 3 and 4. He's going to be your heat race number 3 winner, followed by Dalton Butcher, DJ Miller, and Spencer Green. As the guys do their little dance here, and we go to a quick warm-up break, and we will be right back with your feature action here at Lucas Oil Speedway on Shaggy TV. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here on Shaggy TV, and Dalton, the Butcher, man, he's quickest here at the end of warm-ups, and gonna have some guys to pass tonight. Didn't make it easy on himself. Finished second place there in heat race number 3, so keep an eye on that man. But here we go. We're gonna go ahead and, man, we're gonna pray that this doesn't mess anything up here, but we are gonna bring up this starting grid, and man, all looks good in the world here. Starting on the inside of row number 1, on the pole, we've got the 33, Dustin Reagan, and to his outside in the number 3, Brock Mosky. Inside of row number 2, we have the 5 of Michael Lonis, and to his outside, Wild Bill Dawson. Inside of row number 3, we have William Hess rolling off in the 9, and to his outside, the Butcher, Dalton Butcher in the 38. Inside of row number 4, we've got the 44 of Chad Marshall and his outside in the 07, David Haig. Inside of row number 5, we've got DJ Miller into his outside, the Grim Reaper, David Reap. Inside of row number 6, we've got Robbie Milburn in the 009 into his outside. I believe... Oh, man, Michael Lonis here. Looks like he missed the grid here. But his outside was supposed to be Spencer Green, and then rounding out the field here, Zach Dickey. But, wow, that's going to be quite the storyline here. Michael Lonis missing the grid. Man, that's tough break here. But this thing here, 100 laps tonight. So tire wear, we saw it become an issue last week at Lernerville. Also, fuel became quite the issue. So these guys have to be aware of that. Make sure they had enough fuel in this thing for tonight. And you got to make sure you got some right rear tire left at the end if you plan on doing any dancing. But rolling down the backstretch for what should be the final time before the green flag is ready to fly here at Lucas Oil Speedway. The boys are ready to play in the clay at Lucas Oil Speedway as the green flag is in the air. And it's ready to fly. Brock Mosky. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I just realized what's going on. So, because Michael probably missed the grid here, we're just going to pretend that this isn't happening. We're going to roll around here.
Caution, yellow flag.
Yeah, okay. All right. That makes sense. And that's the cool thing to do here. Because I was kind of wondering, but as I saw them not fly off there, kind of pieced it together. Let's see if he's lucky. Oh, he's going to get a spot back too, I think. Well, that's nice of the boys. They're playing nice tonight. So we'll have to try to... These guys aren't... Oh, there we go. I was going to say they weren't doing me much favors here getting close to the race truck. I couldn't see if the light was on or not. There we go. He's still out there. Let's see if he clicks it off this time by or if they're going to roll around for another one here. Lights are still on, so we're going to dance for a little more here. We're seeing the laps change up top. Not sure if laps are counting under caution or if it'll maybe update here whenever we go back green. It'll be interesting to see here what happens. Let us know who you're rooting for in that chat box. You know, if you don't let me know before lap 20, if you don't call out your winner, it doesn't really count here because 100 laps, this thing's going to be a war of attrition. So let us know who you got. But right now, you saw it. Pace truck off. We're going to get ready to play here. Hopefully this time for real here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Brock Mosky having a little bit of an internet connection issue. It looks like hopefully he can get that worked out. But we're ready to play in the clay here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Green flag's flying. Dustin Reagan with a good jump. Is he going to be able to slide up in front of the 3? He doesn't want to. He wants to keep it on the bottom. Now it's a little too late to come up and shut the door, bud. Now Brock Mosky, he's in the preferred line. Are we going to have a new leader at the line? Yes, we are. Brock Mosky in the 3 is going to take it high and handsome. But now the 33, there we go. He able to park the slider on him. Michael Lonis, we saw him with the connection, or not being able to grid there in the beginning. He's still fighting to hold on. He started 3rd. He lost the spot here, and now he's almost in the middle of a sandwich here as the Butcher, he's looking to cut the field up. He's ripping the lip here through 3 and 4. The Butcher, he's got nowhere to go, though. He's got a front end full of that 3. It doesn't matter how good of a run he gets on the top here. Look at that speed he's got on entry. He's able to clear Michael. It looks like, you know, there's still a Michael there. He got a little sideways. Gonna lose another spot to the 9 of Michael Hess. As we go back, David Haig in the 7, Chad Marshall in the 44. These guys all running pretty single file back here. But up front, Dustin Reagan, he's starting to check out. That 33 machine's got some speed here at Lucas Oil Speedway. And he's putting it on full showcase here tonight, but there's a long race to go. Maybe one of those deals where if you're a sprint car driver, you know, you don't want that thing to be this fast right now because the track is going to change. We are going to see a lot of track evolution here in 100 laps, and you don't necessarily want to be at your best. You don't want to feel like you're Superman right now because the car is going to change a lot. You've got to make sure you set it up for the long run and you hit the nail on the head. Dalton Butcher here, he's trying to get at Brock Mosky. He took a peek low, but nowhere to go, has to fall back in line, but Brock Mosky gonna get a little sideways. Can the Butcher, he's gonna run the bottom here in 3 and 4, just doesn't get, or 1 and 2, but just doesn't get the exit. That Brock Mosky gets up top, but Brock Mosky keeps getting loose there on the exit of 3 and 4, and if he does not trim that up here and cut that fat out, he is gonna lose this spot to Dalton Butcher. But right now you're seeing how hard it is to pass here. Is Dalton Butcher there got in the wall. Not too sure what the original contact is, but Michael Lonis, he's loving every second of that. I think right now Michael Lonis is seeing maybe, hey, I'm gonna run the bottom. I saw some guys doing that last week at Lernerville, save some tire. First 20, 30, maybe even 40 laps here at this little bull ring. Let's save that right rear. I'll use it up at the end. But now he's going to go back up top. As soon as he got a glimpse of his rival there, the Butcher, he had to go take a sniff at him here. But right now we're looking back up front. We got Wild Bill. Oh, he was actually able to pass Dustin Reagan. How did we miss that here? We're going to... They may have battled back and forth here. We're going to take a look at this here. We'll go back to live, but I don't want to miss that for a second. So, Dustin there, he gave up the top. He was able, and then it was just a crossover fest here, and that was the pass for the lead there. I'm sorry we missed that live, but wow, Bill, man. He's quick now. He's put on the jets here. He's running a 1484. Speaking of quick times, William Hess here. Oh, he gives Brock Mosky the bumper. We saw it happen. He told him, get the hell out of the way, Jack. Now Brock Mosky, he's got his hands full of the 5 of Michael Lonis. Can Michael Lonis get by Brock Mosky? He's going to throw it in there. Can he carry enough speed? He's not going to be able to. Side by side, not going to get it. Not going to get it done here. He's going to keep it down through 3 and 4. Good exit. Brock gets loose. He's going to have enough here in 1 and 2 if he wants it. Plenty of room to float up, and Michael Lonis, he's got the position. He is gone. Here we go. The Butcher, he is running down the 9 here. William Hess. After Hess gave Brock Mosky the boot there. Here's Dustin Reagan. He has really lost some pace, and you know, that's what I was talking about. He was just handling too good at the beginning. Just too comfortable. And, you know, not that you want to fight the car or be really slow, but you just don't want to feel that the car's at its best right there at the beginning when you know the track's going to see so much evolution throughout the night. Man, here we go. Dalton Butcher, he's trying to fight for this bottom step of the podium here. He's taking a look under the 9. Is right now Dalton Butcher. Oh, William S. jumps the cushion, and that's going to give Dalton Butcher that final step of the podium, but we've got a caution. Robbie Milburn around, and let's go take a look. You saw leaders ended up coming through and getting into that, so we're going to try to give you a view here, but Robbie Milburn in the 009 here. That says 80, but he's 009 listed in the league. That thing, oh no, so that had nothing to actually do with that. Let's see what happened with Dustin Reagan here. We're gonna rewind, we're gonna go back to this yellow flag. We're gonna see what happens to Dustin Reagan here in this 33 machine. Oh, so he lifted for the caution. Oh. And that was, I believe, who was that who got into the back of him there? Did he pit? William Hess. Yeah, that was William Hess who got into the back of him, and he came in and pit, so he thinks he suffered enough damage to need to go down pit road there, or he's, you know, maybe thought, hey, if I pit, I get new tires, but hey, racing doesn't give you new tires in dirt when you go in there and pit. But right now, Wild Bill, he's out front and he's been setting the pace, but man, he looks up in that rearview mirror and he's got a mirror full of this man, Dalton Butcher in the 38, and we've seen him quick week in and week out. So, Wild Bill, if you got anything, man, it's time to take it off here. It's time to go play in the clay at Lucas Oil Speedway. Let's go. Lap 26 of 100. We're a quarter of the way through here, boys. Let them fly. Billy Dawson's gonna go high, and Dalton Butcher, he's looking to go from third to first on one restart as we got a big boy slider. Dalton Butcher's got it at the line, but Wild Billy's going to counter back under with a big slider of his own here in 1 and 2.
Yellow flag.
Oh, is the caution's out. Now that may mean Dalton Butcher, unless they run NASCAR-style cautions. No, yeah, Dalton Butcher here. He's going to be the man out front, I believe. Let's go see what happened on that caution. It's like possibly Chad Marshall. Let's go back and let's see what it's going to look like here. We're going to go full speed here. Chad Marshall in the 44 here. Oh, he's going to get a little help from behind from the Reaper. And that's just going to turn everybody around. Brock Mosky went around as well. Is that his own thing? Or let's see, we saw him go around on the inside. Not sure if these were related. Oh, okay, so different spins here. You saw it. So he's going to go up, and he got into the 33 of Dustin Reagan. We're going to rewind here one more time. We're going to take a look here. Yeah, the Brock Mosky just went up, got into him a little bit, and oh man, Mosky, he really paid the price for that one. But so did Reagan. Not sure. They're all probably going to lose some spots here.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
No, we heard him there. Got a little iRacing insider here. They're going to extend this one more time around at least here. Going to try to get the field in order. Take a quick drink here. Ooh, needed to wet that whistle a little bit as we still got a lot of racing action here to go, but pace truck is off, so we will be going green this time by here as Dalton Butcher was able to get the lead at the line, and you saw how close that was. After Wild Bill tried to throw that slider back in 3 and 4, but just got edged out at the line here. And Dalton Butcher with a great start.
Green.
And Wild Bill maybe caught sleeping a little bit here. So 07 of David Egg, he came to play today. He's trying to take over P2. That number, that 07 machine is flying down there on the bottom. Can he get it to stick coming out of 3 and 4? Just doesn't have a run. And Bill Dawson shuts the door. That thing says 05 on the side of it, but man, SDK in this league is telling us that it's number 7 here, but we're just going to go with 05 because that's what we're looking on the car tonight. But oh, caution is out here as we didn't see it happen, but let's go take a look here. DJ Miller maybe started with him here. Let's see. Oh, he gets run up in the wall, and yeah, that is where it started. That broke the right front. Brock Mosky went around after the contact, and that's a tough break if you're DJ Miller. You're just minding your own business, and all of a sudden, some stranger comes up and slaps you on the behind and puts you in the wall. But tough break there. Is hopefully you can get the quick repair and get back out here. Man, Billy Dawson, he's probably, thankful for that caution. Not the best restart here. Is 7 was kind of battling. Billy really needs to try to do a better job of anticipating this restart here. Try to get that jump right with Dalton and try pinching him down in 1 and 2. Don't let him throw that slider. Make him feel uncomfortable. That's the only way you're going to get it done on the outside. You really got to pinch that guy on the inside and just hope that he's not going to use you up and drive through you. Pace lights are off here as pace trucks rolled in the pits here. Dalton Butcher looking to lead them back to the green flag once again. Hoping for a little longer run this time as he just wants to put a big gap on the rest of the field as that's become habit for him.
Green.
This season is Dalton Butcher with another great restart, and that's 7 of David Haig. He will not go away.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow is out. William Hess, I believe, involved. Let's take a look here. William Hess in that 9 machine. Oh, the 33, you see it? He just lost it. The 33 of Dustin Reagan lost it in front of the Grim Reaper there. And, man, Brock Mosky, he has just been involved in everybody's wrecks tonight. Not all of his doing at all. But if there's a wreck in front of him, that guy he definitely doesn't have the horseshoe tonight, man. He's just bad luck on his part tonight. Dalton Butcher, he's just saying, hey guys, settle down here. Settle down. I want to take home another trophy tonight. But right now, the green is getting. Oh no! I'm dumb. We just saw the pace truck go off, and here I am thinking that they're going down the front stretch here. That's one of my airhead moments tonight here. But now the green is gonna fly here. Dalton Butcher with another excellent jump, and David Haig, man, he has been all over Bill on these restarts. He's got enough to shut that door finally. We got a new guy in P2. He's going to go up there. Oh, Bill's going to feed it to him. And now Michael Lotus, 2-for-1 discount shopping special through 3 and 4.
Caution,
He's going from 4th to 2nd as we've got another caution out here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Robbie Milburn, possibly, I'm seeing. Let's take a look here. Robbie Milburn in that, I believe to us it's an 80. It's saying he's 009, but it sure looks like an 80 to me. Oh, maybe just went in there maybe got a little sideways, not too sure. Maybe had some damage because he's pulling it into the pits, but gets a little help from Brock Mosky and someone else from behind, and he decides to pull it in the pits here. Right now, we've got everybody except Zach Dickey. He had called it quits earlier, but everybody else is on the lead lap from what I can tell. So we've got 12 cars on the lead lap. Everybody able to... That was, I believe, DJ Miller earlier. Yes, my favorite paint job who had to use the quick repair. He was able to get back out. Coming down the front stretch here, I believe we should have the 1 to green here. We're cheating a little far back, so we're not going to see the pace truck pull off, but pace truck is off from my understanding, and we are going to go green this time by as Dalton Butcher looks to get another good restart here. And Billy Dawson, he needs to do what David Haig's done on the bottom here. He needs to get a good jump. Let's see
Green flag,
here.
green flag.
Dalton Butcher with an excellent start again. And Billy the Kid got it done on the bottom. He's going to go from 3rd to 2nd. He's going to shut the door on Michael Lonis. But Michael Lonis, he's going to look back to the bottom here, see if he can't strike. But he's going to lose the nose through the center of the corner. He's got to get out of the throttle and catch it. Michael Lonis through the bottom of 1 and 2. Looks to have a very strong car right now. Oh, the leader, Dalton Butcher, may have stepped the cushion a little bit. Let those guys run him back down as he's going to go back down to the safe line here through 1 and 2. Going to run that little slider line. Let's see what he does this time through 3 and 4. He's going to jump back to the bottom, maybe afraid of that cushion a little bit. The 5 going to follow him around through 3 and 4. Are we starting to maybe see a low line develop here at Lucas Oil Speedway? Could have 2 lines before this thing's over here, but man, the 5 car, he's going to send it in. Just no grip coming off. Not able to get it to stick. Billy Dawson throwing everything he's got right now. He's sliding in so hard, and you know, it looks good right now. He is catching him. He's hanging with him, but they're just driving those cars 2 different ways, and I just don't see that 05 of Billy Dawson having
Caution,
much of a
yellow
right
flag.
rear left at the end of this thing, but caution is out. Rockmosky. Rockmosky in this 3 machine. Oh, 185 jumps the... Oh, maybe not aware they were 3 wide. Just got loose, turned it back up the track, and maybe couldn't get it to stick. As man, the 44, Chad Marshall, he's the guy who really paid... He paid the price for that one. Let's see. He probably had to drive in the pits here. Yeah, that thing can barely drive at all, so... Aw, man, and with the right front broke, he's not going to... having trouble getting it to turn in there. Tough break for the 44 of Chad Marshall. Was he able to get it in the pits? This is going to be the story of the night for me. No, he was not able to get it in the pits. He is still sitting there. What is going to happen? Oh, no, he did have to tow, but he waited too long. The tow time's really going to hurt him. That may make him be the first car a lap down.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Gonna extend it one more time. I guess they're gonna let him maybe get that tow time set. That would be cool. Not sure if that's the move they're going for, but now we're gonna spotlight somebody we have not talked about much tonight, but he's been clean in that 14. Spencer Green. He's a hard charger right now. Started 12th up to 6th, so maybe, you know, maybe playing the attrition game, maybe getting by people that way. We'll have to keep a better eye on him, but we'll have to see what kind of speed Spencer's got.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
You know, not too far off those guys in front of him. Doesn't necessarily have the speed of the guys in front of him, but he's climbing through the field, and at the end of the day, where you finish, that's what matters. So doesn't matter how you got there. It's where you finish. Going to extend this caution a little bit more, trying to get him back out on the track here. Let's see this 44 Chad Marshall. He is back. He's back. The man's back. So probably stick with this one and roll with it here. Yeah, I didn't hear him extend it. Pace truck is off, so Dalton Butcher hoping we end this thing here final caution, but we got a lot of guys here left. I wouldn't hold my breath. Long way to go. The Butcher with a good start. Michael Lonis
Green.
probably not the start he would have liked. Not able to get under Bill Dawson. Not take advantage of that P3 spot that we've seen everybody do. But we're going to keep an eye. Let's see if Spencer Green here. Maybe this man does have some speed here. Looking under the Reaper here. But, oh, little contact at the top of our screen there. Let's see the Reaper jump the cushion a little bit, and that's going to open the door for Spencer Green. He moves into the top 5. Up front, Dalton Butcher still ripping the lip, but the battle is on for P3. David Haig looking to get by Wild Bill. Bill Dawson, as Michael Lonis was able to get by. Man, Wild Bill, he seems to be struggling a little bit here. Just not having the ride that he had early on. Oh, David Haig's gonna feed him a little lunch here. Gonna use up those fenders. Does he have enough to complete the slide job now? But now he's gotta wonder if he's gonna get a bumper back here. Is Billy the Kid, he's gonna look back under him. Does he feed him some dinner? No, he's gonna do the clean slider here. Got a good run, and he's got P4 back, P3 back for now. Michael Lonis here. Last time by, let's take a look at the laps. Does not have the speed right now that your leader has. Let's show it here. Let's show it here for everybody here. You know what that means? Red is not good when you're trying to when you want to be catching the guy in front of you, and you see the Butcher, man. He's cutting this field up once again. As Michael Lonis, he's having a hard time. Go ahead and let's find some racing action here for you. As the Grim Reaper and Spencer Green are going back at it for 5th place, as these guys have been back and forth. But oh, the Reaper clips the wall. But he gets a big run in the middle of 4. Ooh, he's gonna look to cross under here. Man, that almost got crazy. Robbie Milburn's trying to get involved in it. Oh, Spencer jumps the cushion in 1 and 2. You're seeing so many guys jump the cushion on the exit of 2 right now. Oh, but this is where the battle's at. This is where it's at right now. Almost 3 wide at Lucas Oil Speedway here. Going down the backstretch. We're at the halfway point this time by. Oh, hang on, Reaper. Hang on to her. He's going to lose a whole bushel load of spots here. Is Robbie Milburn. He's the new hard charger, up 6 spots, started 11th up to 5th here. He's getting it done on the bottom. Let's take a look at what's going on here up front. You're not missing anything. 1.3 second lead over P2 Michael Lonis. Michael Lonis, though, maybe starting to feel some pressure here from that 7. He's getting close enough that he can probably hear that motor in the middle of the corner when they're getting quiet. Wild Bill, he seemed to settle down here back in P4. Doesn't really have much pressure behind him. Oh, DJ Miller able to get by the Reaper on the high side. Rock Mosky looking to regain a bunch of spots. Remember, he started this race in the 2nd position.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, caution is out. William Hess. Take a look at this 9 car. He was running towards the back. Gonna enter turn 3 here. Does he get a little too low and clip the tire? Yes, he does. Oh! And then the 33 of Dustin Reagan. That's gonna hurt. But up front, Dalton Butcher. The man with the plan. Spencer Green, too, I guess was able to get back in front of Robbie Milburn right at the line before the caution came out. Those guys have been battling hard for P5. Man, this race had a lot of action here. Or at least the bottom step of the podium. Lots of sliders, and man, I think this thing's going to heat up a little bit for the front before it's over. I don't think necessarily everybody's showing their hand yet. Gotta make sure you got some right rear tire at the end of this thing. 100 laps is a long way. Pace truck is off though as they're heading down the backstretch. We're going to get ready to fire here. Going to have about 46 laps to go here when they get to green. So basically a big feature left here. Michael Lonis, he gets loose coming out of 4. He's going to lose P2 to David Haig at the line. This guy, man, Michael Lonis, these restarts have been killing him on the high side tonight. He just can't get any help. But David Haig, here he goes. Looking for it, just not enough to get it done. Oh, Michael Lonis, hang on to her. Oh, Spencer Green, the hard charger, he's up to P4. This man's up 8 spots tonight. Gonna get a little loose, though, coming off of 4. Gonna lose that spot back to the 3 of Brock Mosky. Gonna go back to the high side in 1 and 2. Not gonna be as friendly here. He's gonna lose the spot to Wild Bill. Wild Bill's gonna fight back with that slider here. David Haig, though, not letting your leader really walk away. He's hanging with him, and they're running 2 different lines. He's kind of diamonding off that exit, gets a big run off, too. Gotta look to the inside in 3 and 4. He's got to try to do something different, but right now, this man may have the speed. He's running a different line in 1 and 2 that I'm not sure the Reaper's aware of right now. Right now he looks to get there, but you see just too much yaw coming off the exit of 4. Just can't get that rear end to bite, but here he goes. This is where he's been strong. Closes right up on the back of the Butcher here. Just has to get it to stick out of 4 and just can't. You know, he'd almost be better off following him through turns 4, trying to run that high line a little bit, getting a little bit more exit speed coming out of turn 4, and with the way he's hitting 1 and 2, that may be enough to get it done, but also at the same token, he's maybe not burning up the right rear as much as your leader, Dalton Butcher, ripping that lip. Just taking it a little easier sliding in there, but only time will tell here as we've got 37 to go this time by. Brock Mosky looking to fight Bill Dawson here for P4. He's looking to the inside. Can he go and take P4 away? Brock Mosky with an up and down night. He's been as low as 12th place in this thing. Started P2. So Brock Mosky really looking to rebound here. He wants a podium. Michael Lonis here. Keep an eye on him. 15:47 last time by. That is quicker than your leader here. We're going to bring up some lap times for us here. Let's take a look. So Dalton Butcher, those previous 3 laps, we're going to let this thing set up here a little bit. We'll stay on David Haig here, and we're going to watch some lap times roll in. So right now, we're focused on Haig. So Lotus is a 10th faster than Haig, and Haig was 0.03 of a second faster than Butcher. Let's see what this time has to offer here. It's a 10.5 faster than Butcher last time. You see, you know, they are just going back and forth. He definitely has the speed, but he's got to hold it together through 3 and 4. It's when he goes to make a pass that he gives it all back when he runs the bottom in 3 and 4. Bobby Milburn, that's kind of spaced out. Spencer Green, we saw him. He was a hard charger for a little bit, but man, he's really fell back to 10th here. He's lost touch with the rest of the pack. But Brock Mosky, he is still going at it with Wild Bill. He's got to try to do something different here. He's too much yaw in 3 and 4, just can't hang on to it. But then Bill Dawson jumps the cushion a little bit and gets him right back in the picture. But look at this up front. Leaders running into lap traffic, and that made David Haig be able to complete the pass here for the lead. Oh, man. New leader here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Because I'm gonna try to find you that actual pass here. That's gonna be a tough one to find here live, but we are gonna try to pull that up here as quick as we can. iRacing does not want to be nice and highlight that for me. There it is. We're going to go back and take a look at this real quick. So it was going down the backstretch. Yeah, right as they caught lap traffic. So put him in the middle 3 wide there, and he just timed that perfect. We caught the rear end of that. We basically saw it happen, and that was, David Haig with perfect timing, able to get it done, and 26 laps to go here. Kind of walking away with it. Has a second lead here over Dalton Butcher, but David Haig, man, he's got to get through lap traffic here, and he's got to hope this thing stays green flag. Speaking of hoping it stays green flag here, Michael Lonis, well, he just... Oh! Commentator's curse here is Spencer Green. It's the inside tire, goes around and goes for the toe. Caution is out. We're going to find you a replay of that. Maybe a little nervous here with the leader just going around. Oh, no, comes down in front of the leader. Doesn't want to come back up the track, locks it up, never hit the tire, just contact with the leader. Maybe wasn't sure the leader was there, came down over his nose, but man, that was a close call for David Haig in that 07 machine. Now we're going to have, what, 25, 24 to go here when this thing goes green. So got a little feature here left is if you've got anything, it's time to let it fly now. David Haig has yet to win a race this year. Yet to win a race this year in the Crown Jewel Series. So be nice to see that man maybe knock Dalton Butcher off the top step of the podium. And we know that 5-car, man, he's hungry. He wants one. He keeps finishing P2 every week. He wants something here. Let's see here. Lights are off on the truck. It's going to pull off. We're going to go green this time by here. Let's see, I think that 25 will change to 24 to go this time by. But, hey, man, I'm wrong. I've been wrong. Ask my wife. I'm wrong all the time, so we'll see here. But we're ready to go play in the clay here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Let's go. 24 to go. If you've got anything, you've got to go for it now as Dalton Butcher jumps the cushion on the restart. Oh, he came back down. Man, that could have been bad. Wild Bill with a little bit of contact. He's going to lose a spot from that, but Robbie Milburn, he's going to be the better. Oh, and he jumps the cushion. Man, it is so thin up there in 1 and 2. There's not much to hang on to, but right now, battle for the lead heating up. Michael Lonis trying to run down the 07 of David Haig. Dalton Butcher, he's got a mirror full of Robbie Milburn in that 80 machine. Can he get his first podium of the year? Dalton Butcher not used to being in this position with 20 to go. He's been out front every week with 20 to go. Now he's struggling to hang on to third as the 80 of Robbie Milburn rips the lip with 20 to go, and he's going to take over the final step of the podium. Michael Lonis just trying to stay in touch with your leader, but we're going to go on board. Not having a lot of luck. Our leader slowly pulling away from P2, Michael Lonis. Can Robbie Milburn maybe run down Michael Lonis, make this middle step of the podium battle a little more interesting as Dalton Butcher, man, he is struggling right now. Maybe too aggressive too early on, as that thing just does not look to be handling. He's falling into the clutches of the 9 of William Hess. William Hess wants to take over P4. Does he think about throwing a slider here? No, but Dalton Butcher's going to go up top and shut the door. William S. He's going to rip the lip in 1 and 2, and he's just seen it. We've seen it so many times. Ever so thin up there, jumps the cushion and able to pull away, but not pulling away is Michael Lonis from this man, Robbie Milburn. Robbie Milburn, where has this guy come from? The man from Parkersburg, West Virginia, has found speed here in the last quarter of this race. He needs to make quick work of this 5, Michael Lonis, and he may have something for the leader. We're going to switch over to Michael Lonis just so we can bring up the top 3 for you, their lap times. As you see it, look at the green on the bottom. Is looking again, this time by Milburn, again the fastest out of the 3 here. But I say it, I sound like a broken record. It is one thing to catch a guy, and it is another thing to pass him. So let's see. He's definitely run him down, but it is not going to be easy to get around. Michael Lonis in the 5, trying to keep it straight up top. No yaw and exit, trying to carry all that speed to hold on to this middle step of the podium. Now we're coming into some lap traffic here. The 14 of Spencer Green. No!
The yellow flag is out.
Caution. Caution is out. Dustin Reagan, I believe. Let's see what happened here to the 33. He just gets a little sideways there. And the caution comes out when he turned it down in the infield. Not sure if he's going to call it a night there, but caution is out. And we're going to get a reset here for the final 10. It says 10 now. It's going to change back to 11, but then it'll go to 10 once we go green. So we're going to have a 10-lap shootout here at Lucas Oil. David Haig, he's maybe sped up a little bit. Maybe forgot he's supposed to follow the pace truck here. Gonna slow down a little bit, let him go back around. And man, David Haig, you gotta think he's sitting in there, a bundle full of nerves. This would be his first win of the season. He's gotta be excited. Hands look pretty steady though, doesn't look to be shaking. Let's see here, Michael Lonis. Right on board with him. Robbie Milburn, he's been quick tonight. Dalton Butcher. See, the wheels have kind of fell off of this thing. We've used to seeing this thing up front, but right now just fighting to get back on the podium here. As Pace Truck should pull off this time as we're getting ready to go back to green here at Lucas Oil Speedway. David Haig in that 07 machine running out front. Let's see what he's got here. Does he have enough to seal the deal here? Green flag is out and we're flying. Robbie Milburn able to take advantage of starting behind the leader here. Can he put it up in front of Michael Lonis? Gonna force it up there. He's going to try to park it. Not enough. Lonis is going to get a good run here. If Milburn wants to get it done, he's going to have to do it this time here. Or else he's going to have to tuck back in line here, and that's what he's going to have to do. Michael Lonis able to hold him off for that middle step, but man, you got to wonder if that's only delaying the inevitable here, because Robbie Milburn has been showing a lot of speed out there. Chad Marshall in the 44, he's up to P5. Brock Mosky sinking like a stone here. Oh, he got in the inside there. He's going to lose another spot. Tough break here, but with 7 to go here, coming to 6 to go, David Egg looks to have this thing locked up. But man, the battle is on for P2. Slider in the middle of 3 and 4. Coming to 6 to go. Here we go. Turn the wick up and he jumped the cushion. Not going to lose a lot of time. He stayed in the throttle. Maybe only going to lose about a 10th and a half, but now he's got to rebuild up some steam if he wants to go back at Michael here. But this is exactly what that '07 wants to see in his mirror out front. Battle hard, guys. Let me drive away. 4 to go here, coming out of, or about to get 4 to go here, coming out of 3 and 4 as they are running out of time. If Robbie Milburn wants this middle step of the podium, he's got to drive his behind off and go get it here because Michael Lonis is not going to give it up. This guy has become quite familiar with that middle step of the podium, that's for sure. Chad Marshall slowly creeping in on these guys, and that's what he needed. Robbie Milburn jumped the cushion again, and all of a sudden he's in a battle for the bottom step of the podium. 2 to go this time by for the man out front, David Egg. He just wants this thing to stay green flag. He's got this thing locked up if it does. We're going to keep our eye on this battle for P2. See if Robbie Milburn or Chad Marshall can get involved. White flag is out. Now the leaders got it side by side almost at the line for P2. If Robbie's got anything, he's got to go now. Final time through turns 3 and 4. David Egg's got it locked up, but they're side by side for P2. Michael Lonis with a bigger run. He's going to steal that middle step of the podium here. David Egg's going to be your winner, followed by Michael Lonis, Robbie Milburn, Chad Marshall, Dalton Butcher, William Hess, Brock Mosky, Billy Dawson, DJ Miller, and rounding out the top 10, Spencer Green. The rest of the field goes as follows: Dustin Reagan, David Reap, and Zach Dickey. But man, good race there. David Haig able to use lap traffic to his advantage, and he's going to go in here and do some donuts. He's happy, man. Look at that thing. Actually slowed us down there, but man, we're going to give these guys a little time to catch their breath, and let's see if we can't bring some guys up here for an interview. See if we can find Robbie Milburn here. And you know what? We did. We found him. We found Robbie Milburn. He's in Discord. And Robbie, first podium of the year, man. How's it feel?
That's the first race. They invited me here to be a kind of fill in, but I could have went better, but it was all right.
Yeah, you know, it looked like you had a lot of speed at the end, but just maybe when you had the chance to shut the door on Michael in that final restart, you decided to play nice guy instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really racing for points, so I just don't want to, cause anything to wreck anyone. And early on, I kept getting spun out and wrecked and ran off the track. And early on, I had to kind of use my tires up to stay on the lead lap, and then we went through a bunch of cautions. And at the end, I had a little more tire than a lot of people, but just not enough at the end. It was a fun race.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about turns 1 and 2 here, Robbie. How hard was it to keep that car from jumping the cushion?
I didn't even see where the cushion was, so it's just almost go up there and hope you don't go over. And I think one lap at the end, I saw David go over. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll get a run. Then we all three went over.
Yeah, it was almost like follow the leader there. But hey, man, Robbie, for your first show to send it on the podium, and man, you did it in a damn clean way. You probably could have had P2, but you knew you're not running for points, so hell of a job on the P3, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, Dalton Butcher. That's my teammate. I've been spotting for him all year and got Lonis, and David talked into letting me run a few races. So him, Kamikaze Motorsports, KMKZ Designs, you for broadcasting, just everyone involved with this. It was a fun, clean deal.
Well, hey, hell of a job, Robbie, and man, you got my vote to come back. You put on a good show tonight, and you were doing it on the bottom and the top. So great job tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Now we're going to move on to the guy who, Michael, I hate to say this to you, man, but second place is becoming a home for you here. You know,
I know, right?
Man, it looked like, you had something for the win there, but then all of a sudden, man, David turned on the Jets. Could you have done anything different?
Yeah, I could have not sent his ass a setup before the race. That probably would have I
Oh
probably would have
man.
done it. So, no, man, he drove probably the best race I've ever seen him drive. He's burning the tires off that thing, and I think he saved it. And I think he followed me early and watched me run that bottom, and I was just cruising. Like Dalton had to lead there for a while, and I made the mistake last week of just completely eating my stuff up. So I'm like, we got nothing but time. There was about 30 cautions, it felt like. So it's like just let it ride. And I think that helped David too. And man, he drove a hell of a race. He screwed up there about 2 to go, and I'm thinking, oh shit. But um, yeah, I had Robbie hot on my tail there for a minute, and so then I got up back up on the wheel, and I was gonna make a run for it there with about 5 to go, and just start frying them, and just too little, too late. And then I got up on my game a little bit when Robbie got up there. So Robbie's always tough to race with, and good driver. So you gotta be on your toes. So actually, he threw a slider on me. So so like I said, you just got to be ready, and got me back up on the wheel. And by then, man, David, I mean, he just drove a great race.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you a little bit about that slider there, the last one. Going down the backstretch, man. I don't know if there was a car width room, but you made sure there was a car width room when he was coming up there. Did you hold your breath when you were full throttle going through that?
Yeah, me and Robbie's raced together a long time, and me and him have a lot of respect for each other. We never race each other dirty. If it is, it's nothing on purpose. And I think we've raced so much together that we kind of just know, not to sound funny, but I already knew it was coming. You know what I mean? So you race with guys like that, for so long, it's coming. So just be ready. And I mean, it was really clean, and like I said, the car had plenty of traction. I saved my tires. I was just waiting, and yeah, it was tight, but yeah, we made it clean, and it was fun few laps there of chasing to racing. So pretty good.
Yeah, man. We just while you were talking there, we hopped in your on board and got a look at that.
Yeah,
There was barely any room there. I can't believe you made that stick, but hey, man, that got you home to your home spot there, P2.
yeah, the fat bridesmaid. Yep, you bet. So
Well, hey,
yeah,
man,
like I said,
that's if I could finish P2 every night, man, I'd be happy with that. This is a damn good group of guys you got here, Mike.
It is. It's a good group of guys. There's a couple new guys. Robbie's here, which Robbie brings a lot of talent to the group. We got Spencer Green joined this week, and like it just shows. We had how many leaders, or we had William Hess, Brock Mosky. We had 7, 8 guys out of the 13 that are here was all in the top 4 at one time. So Dustin Reagan, guys getting heat wins, guys getting good qualifying efforts. So I mean, I get a lot of crap for having the dozen, but I mean, it's proven. I mean, Robbie's a 5,000-6,000 I rating. Dalton's a 5,000-6,000 I rating. A lot of these guys don't run officials, but I mean, damn, we put on a good show, and I don't have to sit here and babysit the guys. That's the best part, and I get to race with them. I don't got to sit here and watch an admin, and it's just a great group of guys. And I'd recommend anybody, if they're lucky enough to run with us, then we gotta have we just have a good time, and nobody takes it too serious, and we're all here to win and have fun. But at the same time, we're not on Discord every night yelling at each other and cussing and fighting. So great group of guys.
Yeah, man, at the end of the night, that's what it's all about. Looking for friends on here and developing good relationships, man. But hell of a job on the P2, Mike. And, man, you know the drill by now. Let's thank the sponsors here. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank John with Ghost Energy, Joe Strassel with High Point Firearms, Brian Taft, BCR Sim Products, Justin Chance with Trueform Race Products, iRacing Dirt Memes, High Roller Chassis, Dave with Black Skull Ranch down in Texas, Chris Ferguson and all them guys with Sweet Victory and Majula C Speed Shop. They came in clutch for me here in the past couple weeks. Yeah, man, there's just so many good guys. Turn 2 Photography with Zach Dickey. Shout out to him. The dude races with us all night, and then he stays up another hour or two and starts putting killer pictures on the Discord and in the Messenger for us. And it's just guys like that, man, that you goes unnoticed. Zach doesn't get a lot of TV time racing, but the dude's here every week, and back to it, just a great group of guys. But lastly, I got to thank my wife, Abby. We got done with dinner. We got a table full of food and stuff, and putting everything away, dishes and all that, and here I come running downstairs. So shout out to her, man, putting the kids to bed and all that. And can't sound stupid. I know we're just racing out of a basement, but even support like that goes a long way. Let me come down here and turn about 20, 30 laps before the session opens. Goes a long way.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Having a good wife keeps you in that right headspace. That's for sure, man.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't want to
not
be nagged before you come down and do
right,
that.
or yelled at when you go back upstairs. So, like I said, it's just it's a blessing. So, like I said, I think she realized. Like I said last week, I think she realizes iRacing's a lot better than real racing, like it used to be, and a lot cheaper and a little bit more free time. So, but yeah, shout out to my guys. Thank you for doing this. Shout out to Brock Mosky, one of my best friends on here and in real life, running with me every night, giving me somebody to yell at and complain about when I'm not winning or not running good. Always being a good friend. So shout out to my boys at FML STC. But yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate everybody and congratulations again to David, man, and happy to have Robbie on board. I think he's going to join us next week and then at Charlotte. So, like I said, really happy and hopefully maybe this Thursday we have the Buckeye Brawlers deal and maybe I finally get one.
Yeah, there we go, man. Well, I'm looking forward to calling that, and man, I hope you finally get on that top step for us, Michael. But congratulations, man, and like I say, hopefully I talk to you Thursday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
And that's gonna bring us up to our winner here, David Haig, man. Whenever you rolled off at the start of this thing, be honest with me. Did you think you had a chance to win this race tonight?
No, not at all. I was just trying to stay in one piece.
Well, we talked to your good buddy there, Michael Lonis, for a little bit, and he said he helped you out with the setup. We didn't really get to follow you too much in the beginning, but were you hooking up on the bottom? Were you saving that right rear tire, or what was the strategy in the beginning of the race?
That was 100% the strategy because I think I've only attempted one other 100 lapper. I think it was at Eldora. And I was gung-ho to get the lead, and I got the lead, and I had everyone yelling at me like, I don't know why you're doing that. You're just going to burn yourself out. And I think I fell back to last without even wrecking. So, yeah, 100% the strategy was just go easy. Even though it's tempting, it's tempting not to throw it in hard and, make some moves. But, yeah, definitely the strategy.
Yeah, it is tempting to want to go out there and set the pace, but you showed, man, you saved it. You had the car at the end, and we were watching the lap times just click down, and we were going to go back to. I'm going to try to find this while I'm talking to you. It happened a while ago, but your pass for the lead. Did you wait to time that with the lap car, or did that just kind of happen? Was that a gift for you?
It was kind of right when I was trying to make my move because I was trying not to push too hard out of the turns, and I noticed me just gaining a little bit right there on him, and then that's right when that lap car got up there, and then that kind of made it easy for me to not force it too hard and make a bad move or just go too hard on the tires. So yeah, it happened to be good timing, and I didn't even think I'd really hold it off. I just thought I kind of lucked out there, but yeah, after that, I went nice and easy. I was like quarter throttle through the turns, and it was just gaining, and it was working.
Yeah, you made it work, and God dang it, this software. I'm trying to go back and show everybody that pass. I'll just have to go back and look at it on the replay. We gave a replay of it, but man, you set that up perfectly. You saved your right rear for the end, and I mean, you drove off from him. He had nothing for you, and we've seen the Butcher just kind of cut up the field so far this year. So, man, dominating win tonight, David. Congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll thank Mike because he'll give me shit if I don't, and I do appreciate it. He gave me the setup for this feature. I actually wasn't even able to grid last week because I don't run many 100 lappers, so I couldn't even get the car right and missed the grid. So he told me to help me out, and he gave me the setup. It worked great, so I got to thank him. And I thank everyone that supports me, everyone that inquires about our races. I have people at work asking me how I did or if I'm racing. I want to thank them. Thank my fiance Chelsea for letting me do this and not giving me shit. All the guys that are in this league are awesome to race with. Everyone's clean. Everyone, owns up if door someone or accidentally take someone out. So, awesome group. And I want to thank you too for putting this on. You do a great job, man. So,
Well, hey, David, I appreciate that, man. But when you guys race like this, you make my job easy. You did a hell of a job tonight, and man, I was able to find the replay. So while you were talking, you get to go see that if you want to look at it. But man, you just set him up so beautifully that he didn't stand a chance, and dude, you just took off. So congratulations, David, and I'm looking forward to more of this season. You set the bar high.
hey, me too, man. I appreciate it.
Well, that's gonna be your winner here tonight, David Haig, and man, he stole that. Like I say, we were able to find that, able to just take advantage of the leader in lap traffic, and man, make it look easy as he walked away tonight. And that just shows what this iRacing community can do here. Get a little help from a buddy, get a setup, and man, all of a sudden you're in a rocket ship here at Lucas Oil Speedway. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring this up here for you once again. We told you at the beginning of the show, but you better get your butt back here next Tuesday at 8:30 because, man, we're at the Speed Palace. We're in my neck of the woods here. One of my favorite races of the year in Pennsylvania, the Tuscarora 50. I go to that in Port Royal, so I am looking forward to seeing the late model sling it around that thing. And then, man, in 2 weeks, we're going to the house that Earl built, going to Eldora. We got 2 real fast tracks coming up in the next 2 weeks, so make sure you clear out your calendar because this is where you want to be. I'm Zach Chapman here with Shaggy TV, and we are going to sign off. Have a good evening, and come join me Thursday night, so make sure you like and subscribe, get alerts to the channel, and, man, don't miss a race. Have a good one.